I just had another insight actually the other day. And now I found a way to verbalize it. So, to sum it up in just one sentence, you are not your body, you are actually the whole vision field. So basically, you are everything that you can see, or the whole field of vision is you, rather than just this little body that you think you're seeing through, because it's a very, very logical process of inquiry. You can see your body, every part of your body, as well as everything else that is the background, or just everything else. You can see your body as well as everything else. So why is your body the only thing in your vision, inside, within your sight, the thing that is a part of you? Why isn't anything else? That's the first question to ask. And you might think it's quite an absurd question to start with, but that's just the first one. The second thing is, what makes you decide that everything within this body is you, but everything outside is not? And actually, what exactly is inside your body? What can you feel that is inside your body that is so that just has to, there's no other way but has to be a part of you, other than not the rest of the things in your sight, right? And you might want to answer that question in a way like your touch, right? When you touch your body, you can feel a touch on your body. And you say, because this touch makes me distinguish me and other things, because when I touch my leg feels touched. But when I touch the bed, I don't feel touched. So the leg is a part of me, but my bed is not. Because when I touch the bed, I don't feel as the bed being touched. But the thing is, what makes you decide that only the things that you can feel touched through is a part of you, and the rest, and the things when you touch, you don't feel anything through, is not you? What makes you decide that? It's just an agreement that you agreed upon, but you never thought about it, actually. And it doesn't have to be. And in fact, it's closer to the truth if you don't think it that way. So yeah, how come the bed is not you? Just because you touch it, you don't feel anything. The fact is, the bed doesn't feel anything. Okay. And then you might say, when I touch the dog feels something for sure, but I don't feel anything. So I'm not a dog. But again, it's just an agreement. Why can the dog be the dog at the same time and be a part of you? Why can't it be? Why? Just ask that question and see what kind of answer can you come up with. It's just an agreement that your body is you. It's just an agreement. It's not a fact. Just think about it. And then you might say, well, when I'm hurt, when people hit me, for example, I feel hurt. That's just the same as the second question. that's not enough to prove that this body is you and the rest of the things you see within your sight is not. It's just an agreement, right? It's just an agreement. Actually, newborn babies, everything they believe, everything they see is themselves. That's what newborn babies are. And they were taught that they are their bodies. In fact, if they were never taught from born that they were just like their skin is the boundary of themselves, if they were never taught this way, they would not think so. It's just an agreement. So, if none of us were taught that we are the boundary of our skin, the skin, our skin is the boundary of between ourselves and the non-self. If we were never taught that way, then we would still be thinking that everything we see is us. And the body is us too, but it's not all of us like we believe or we agreed upon today in this world. And it's still just an agreement, it's not a fact. It's just so funny, you know? And I feel it's just, it's so much more true. It feels so much more natural to really feel that everything you see, I'm not saying like, every single thing is you are every single thing you see. I'm saying like more like I mean the whole field of your vision, you know, the sight you have, the field of sight is you. Not any particular thing is you. Well, they are all a part of you. But it's really meaningless and irrelevant to say like, okay, I'm also that fan and I am this body and I'm this bed. It's quite meaningless and irrelevant to say it that way, actually. Because you're, again, like making some really unnecessary divisions or, you know, separation between things. Because, you know, we don't want separation. Separation is not the truth. The truth is the opposite. The truth is the lack of separation. So the more, the way to tell if you're getting closer to the truth is how much separation is in your language, is in your perception, is in your understanding of things. The more separation there is, the more you are far away from truth. Isn't this a very easy and simple way to actually that's a new insight, you know. I never like verbalized it. The one standard to tell if anything you believe or any belief you hold is true is to see if that contains separation. If it does, it's not the ultimate truth yet. That's a really easy and simple way to see if some things you believe, or if you want to decide whether to take in an opinion of others to see if something you read from a book is true or not. Just use this standard to tell. That's really simple. And it's really joyful. It's really joyful. And you don't even need to change anything. You know, taking in this new way of seeing yourself, of knowing yourself, your true self, nothing has to be changed because all your life you've been watching, seeing, right? You've been having this vision field all your life, and you've been being this thing all your life. The only thing is you've only identified as one part of your vision field, which is just this body. But now you can actually look at everything and think, okay, this is all me. I'm this. This is all I am. That's what I am. Not just this body, but this body is also me. But it's a part, It's a part. That makes me want to cry. I don't know why. It makes me really want to cry. I've been thinking this way for 2-3 days. I thought about it. I realized it came to me a couple of days ago, and also I think I was inspired by this Headless Way. This thing. You can Google it. It's been there for a long time. And it didn't work for me, but somehow this new insight came to me inspired by this, It's pretty much the same, actually. A little different, but pretty much the same. You can just go and check that out, the Headless Way. Maybe that would work for you, but they're just pretty much the same thing. All the different ways pointing at the same direction. You just need to realize that you don't have to continue to agree upon the things that you never actually had a choice to agree on because you were just taught. You didn't have an option or what. The world, the environment around you, people around you keep telling you, shaping you as a baby. Who knew? You knew that everything else, you experienced everything, the whole world as you, but then the voices around you kept telling you the opposite, that you are just everything within the boundary of your skin, which is completely the opposite of the truth, or it's just part of the truth, because you are everything you see. And it's really fun to experience. It's just a very slight shift of perception, that's all. Nothing in your life changes except for this little shift in perception, and you would feel, I don't know, you feel bigger. You feel, and that day I was walking, yesterday or today, I was walking outside and I was looking at everything. I'm thinking, okay, I'm actually my whole vision field. And then I was thinking, suddenly, I thought I am actually, when I'm looking at the world, I'm not looking at an outside world, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at the world, but I'm looking in the mirror. Something like that, Because that's you, right? If your vision field is you, then what you're looking at is yourself, and you're looking at the mirror. Everything. Everybody in it, everything in it. The whole vision field, the sky, the boundary of your vision field, it doesn't have a boundary. It's all dynamic. The whole world, everything is you. So I was thinking, that's crazy. I'm looking at myself. Actually, for all my life, I've been walking down the street, walking around in the world, thinking I'm looking at something that's not me. But actually, that moment I realized I am looking in the mirror, or I'm just looking at myself. It's not a mirror. A mirror is like a tool or something. There's no tool here. There is no a medium here. We're just looking directly at ourselves. You are looking at yourself. Ourself, it's the same self that we're looking at. So what is death? Death is just like moving your location of focus or awareness out, like your location of awareness moved. That's what death is. Now you're like kind of fixed here. Your focus of awareness is kind of fixed here from this point of view, right? But death is just a simple change of location of your awareness. That's all what death is. That's not even death. It's just a little change, just like a change in location, just like you moving from street A to street B. That's what it is. It's just so marvelous. And all the sounds and everything, like, you know, you might have read it somewhere else. I read it somewhere else. All the sounds you hear, they are not outside. You're not taking place outside. They're all inside your head. That makes you kind of feel like they're outside of you. But of course, if you believe that you are just the boundary of your skin is what divides between you, what's you and what's not you, then obviously the sounds you hear. But no, actually, you know what physics tell us? What are sounds? Sounds are like vibrations, you know. The vibrations, where are they? They are happening within our head, within our like this eardrum. That's where sounds from the outside are happening. They're happening inside of our eardrum. Without the eardrum, where are the sounds? No more sounds for you. Sounds are gone. The eardrum is where all the sounds in the world are happening. In your eardrum. The sounds that you think are happening outside, they're all inside your head. So the same, then the whole vision, you know, is happening inside your eyeballs. Nothing is outside of you. You just feel more expanded. That's what it feels like. It's easy. Maybe it's a little bit hard for you to grasp, or maybe this wouldn't work for you. Like the Headless Way didn't really work for me, but somehow this came to me, and maybe it would come to you in a different way one day. Doesn't matter. If you were drawn to this video, maybe it means you are ready to take in this new insight. And if you don't take on immediately, it would happen for you soon. You feel so connected and expanded. Just a little bit different, that's it.